against the people whose God is the Lord. Amen. Let us all acknowledge the presence of the Lord in this place, for we have a holy and a righteous God. Amen. And let us all acknowledge the presence of the Lord, for He is holy and righteous. Atin pong ihanda ang ating mga puso, ang ating pong mga isipan para sa ating pagsamba sa Panginoon. And I am requesting everyone to please stand as we read our devotional reading in Deuteronomy 1-3. In reverence and honor sa pagbasa, tayo pong lahat ay mataimtim na damdamin ang salita ng Diyos. These are the words Moses spoke to all Israel in the wilderness east of the Jordan, that is in the Arabah opposite south between Paran and Tupel, Laban, Hazerot, and Zahab. It takes 11 days to go from Horeb to Kadesh Barnea by the Mount Seir road. In the 14th year, on the first day of the 11th month, Moses proclaimed to the Israelites all the Lord had commanded him concerning them. This was after he had defeated Sihon, king of Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon, and Andre had defeated Og, king of Bashan, who reigned in Ashtaroth. East of the Jordan and the territory of Moab, Moses began to expound this law, saying, "The Lord our God said to us at Horeb, you have stayed long enough at this mountain. Break camp and advance into the hill country of the Amorites. Go to the old neighboring peoples in the Arabah, in the mountains and the foothills along the coast, to the land of the Canaanites and to the Lebanon, as far as the great river, the Euphrates. See, I have given you this land. Go in and take possession of the land of the Lord swore to give to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants after them. At that time I said to you, you are too heavy a burden for me to carry alone. The Lord your God has increased your numbers so that today as numerous as the stars in the sky. May the Lord, the God of your ancestors, increase you 1,000 times and bless you as He has promised. But how can I bear your problems and burdens and your disputes all by myself? Choose some wise, understanding, and respected men from each of your tribes, and I will set them over you. You answered me, what you propose to do is good. So I took the leading men of your tribe, wise and respected men, and appointed them to have authority over you, as commanders of thousands, of hundreds, and fifties, and tens, and tribal officials. And I charge your judge at time, hear the dispute between your people, and judge fairly, whether the case is between two Israelites or between
Do not show partiality in judging. Hear both small and great alike.
Do not be afraid of any man, for judgment belongs to God. Bring me any case too hard for you, and I will hear it. And at the time I told you everything you were to do. Then as the Lord our God commanded us, we set our Horeb and went toward the hill country of the Amorites through all the vast and dreadful desert
that you have seen. And so we reached Kadesh Barnea.
Then I said to you, you have reached the hill country of the Amorites, which the Lord our God is giving us. See, the Lord your God has given you the land. Go up and take possession of it as the Lord, the God of your ancestor, told you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Then all you came to me and said, let us send men ahead to spy out the land for us, and bring back a report about the we take in the downstream. The idea seemed good to me, so I selected 12 of you, one man from each tribe. They left and went out the hill country and came to the valley of Eshcol and explored it. Taking with them of some of the fruit of the land, they brought it down to us and reported, it is a good land that the Lord our God is giving us. But you were unwilling to go up. You rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You grumbled in your tents and said, the Lord hates us, so He brought us out of Egypt to deliver us in the hands of Amorites to destroy us. Where can we go? Our brothers have made our heart wince in fear. They say, the people are stronger and taller than we are. The cities are large with walls up to the sky. We even saw the Anakites there. Then I said to you, do not be terrified. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God, who is going before you, will fight for you, as he did for Egypt and before your very eyes. And in the wilderness, there you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a father carries his son, all the way you went until you reached this place. In spite of this, you did not trust in the Lord your God, who sent ahead of your own journey, in fire by night and a cloud by day, to search out places for you to come and to show you the way you should go. When the Lord heard what you said, he was angry and solemnly swore, no one of this evil generation shall see the good land I swore to give your ancestors. Except the sons of Jephunneh, he will see it, and I will give him a descendant of the land he set his feet on, because he followed the Lord wholeheartedly. Because of you, the Lord became angry with me and so said, you shall not enter it either, but your assistant Joshua, son of Nun, will enter it. Encourage him, because he will lead Israel to inherit it. And the little ones that said, who will taken a captive, your children who do not yet know good from bad, they will enter the land, I will give it to them, and they will take possession of it. But as for you, turn around and set out toward the desert along the road to the Red Sea. Then you replied, we have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight, as the Lord our God commanded us. So every one of you put on his weapons, thinking it easy to go up into the hill country. But the Lord said to me, tell them, do not go up and fight, because I will not be with you. You will be defeated by your enemies. So I told you, but you would not listen. You rebelled against the Lord's command and your arrogance. You marched up into the hill country. The Amorites who live in those hills came up. They chased you like a swarm of bees and beat you down from Seir all the way to Hormah. You came back and went before the Lord, but he paid no attention to your whipping and turned a deaf ear to you. And so you stayed in Kadesh many days, all the time is spent there. Then we turned back and set out toward the wilderness along the road to the Red Sea, as the Lord has directed me. For a long time we made our way around the hill country of Seir. The Lord said to me, you have made your way around this hill country long enough. Now turn north. Give the people these orders. You are about to pass through the territory of your relatives, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, but be very careful. Do not provoke them to war, for I will not give you any of their land, not enough to put your foot on. I have given Esau the hill country of Seir as his own. You are to pay them in silver for the food you eat and water you drink. The Lord your God has blessed you in all the works of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. These 40 years the Lord God has been with you, and you have not lacked anything. So we went and passed our relatives, the descendants of Esau, in Seir. We turned from the Arabah road, which comes off from Elad and Ezion Geber, and traveled along the desert road of Moab. Then the Lord said to me, do not harass the Moabites or provoke them to war, for I will not give you any part of their land I have given, or the descendants of Lot as possessions. The Amorites used to live there, a people strong and numerous, and as tall as Anakites. Like the Anakites, they too were considered Rephites, but the Moabites called them Emites. Horites used to live in Seir, but the descendants of Esau drove them out. They destroyed the Horites from before them and settled in their place, just as Israel did in the land the Lord God was their possession. And the Lord said, now get up and cross the Zered Valley. So we crossed the valley. 38 years passed from the time we left Kadesh Barnea until we crossed the Zered Valley. By then, the entire generation of fighting men had perish from the camp as the Lord had sworn to them. The Lord hands against them until they had completely eliminated them from the camp. Now when the last of these fighting men among the people had died, the Lord said to me, "Today you are to pass by the region of Moab and Ar. When you come to Ammonites, do not harass them or provoke them to war, for I will not give you possession of any land belonging to the Ammonites. I have given it as a possession of the descendants of Lot. That too was considered a land of the Remites who used to live there, but the Ammonites called them Zemzomites. They were people strong and numerous, and as tall as the Anakites, the Lord destroyed them before the Ammonites, who drove them out and settled in their place. The Lord had done the same for the descendants of Esau, who lived in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites from before them. They drove them out and lived in their place to this day.
And as for the Avites, who live in the villages as far as Gaza, the Caphtorites coming out from Caphtor destroyed them and settled in their place. Set out now and cross the Arnon Gorge.
See, I have given into your hands Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his country. Begin to take possession of it and engage him in battle. This very day I will be given to put terror and fear of you on all the nations under the heaven. They will hear reports of you and will tremble and anguish because of you. From the desert of Kedemoth I sent messengers to Sihon, kings of Heshbon, offering peace and saying, "Let us pass through your country. We will stay on the mount. We will not turn aside to the right or the left. Set us food to eat and water to drink for the price in silver. Only let us pass through the food." As the descendants of Esau who lived in Seir and Moabites who live in Ar did for us until they crossed the Jordan into the land the Lord our God is giving us. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, refused to let us pass through, for the Lord our God had made his spirit stubborn and his heart obstinate in order to give him into your hands, as he has now done. The Lord said to me, "I have begun to deliver Sihon and his country over to you. Now begin to conquer and possess this land." When Sihon all his army came out to meet us in the battle of Jahaz, the Lord our God delivered him over to us, and we struck him down, together with his sons and his whole army. At the time it took whole his town completely destroyed. Men and women, children, were left no survivors. But the livestock and the plunder from the towns we had captured, we carried off for ourselves. From the rim of Arnon Gorge, and from the town in the gorge, even as far as Gilead, that town too strong for us. The Lord our God gave us all there, but in accordance with the command of the Lord our God, you did not encroach on any of the land of the Ammonites, neither the land along the course of the brook, nor around the towns in the hills. Next we turned and went up along the road toward Bashan, and all king of Bashan with his whole army marched out to meet us in the battle of Edrei. The Lord said to me, "Do not be afraid of him, for I have delivered him into your hands." Along So the Lord our God also gave into our hands all king of Bashan and all his army. We struck them down, leaving no survivors. At the time we took all cities. There was not one of the 60 cities that we did not take from them. The whole region of Argob, Og's kingdom, and Bashan. All the cities were fortified with high walls, with gates and bars, and there were also a great many unwalled villages. We completely destroyed them, as we had done with Sihon, king of Heshbon, destroying every city, men and children. But all the livestock and the plunder from their cities we carried off for ourselves. So at the time we took from these two kings of the Amorites the territory east of the Jordan, from Arnon Gorge as far as Mount Hermon. Hermon is called Sirion by the Sidonians, Amorites called Seir. We took all towns of Blood and Gilead, on Bashan, as far as Seleka, and every towns of all kingdom in Bashan. Og, king of Bashan, was the last of the rebels. His bed was decorated with iron. It is still in Rabbah of Ammonites. One of the we took over that time. I give the Reubenites and the Gadites the territory north of Arnon, including half the hill country of Gilead, together with its towns. The rest of Gilead is also Bashan. The kingdom of Og I gave to the half-tribe of Manasseh. The whole region of Argob and Bashan used to be known as land of the rebels. The descendants of Manasseh took the whole region of Argob as border of the Jebusites and Ammonites. It was named after him, so that this day Bashan is called Havot. And I give Gilead to Makir, but to the Reubenites and the Gadites I give the territory extending from the Gilead down to the Arnon Gorge, the middle of the gorge being the border, and out of the Jabbok River, which is the border of Ammon. Its western border was the Jordan and Arabah, from Kinneret to the sea of the Arabah, below the slopes of Pisgah. I commanded you at the time, the Lord your God has given you this land to take possession of it, but all your able-bodied men, armed for battle, must cross over ahead of the Israelites. However, your wives, your children, and your livestock, I know you have much left that we stay in the lands I have given you, until the Lord bless your fellows provide as he has to you and give over the land that the Lord your God is giving them across the Jordan. After that, each of you may go back to the possession I have given you. At the time I commanded Joshua, you have seen with your own eyes all the Lord your God has done to these two kings. The Lord will do the same to all kingdoms over there where you are going. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God himself will fight for you. At the time I pleaded the Lord, the sovereign Lord, you have begun to show to your servant your greatness and your strong hand. For what is there in heaven or on earth who can do the deeds, mighty works of you? Who over the sea and beyond the Jordan, the fine hill country and Lebanon. But because of you, the Lord was angry with me and would not listen to me. That is enough, the Lord said. Do not speak to me anymore about this matter. Go up to the top of Pisgah and look west and north and south and east. Look at the land with your own eyes, since you are not going to cross this Jordan. But commission Joshua, encourage and strengthen him, for he will lead these people across and cause them inherit the land that you will see. So we stay in the valley near them. Praise be to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, for reading His word.
Well, natili po tayong nakatayo para po sa invocation. Blessed are you, O Lord, God of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness, the power and the glory, the victory and the majesty. For all that is in heaven and in earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, O Lord, and you are exalted as head over all. Both riches and honor come from you. You reign over all. In your hand is power and might. In your hand it is to make great and to give strength to all. Now, therefore, O God, we thank you and we praise your glorious name. Tunay po, Panginoon, na pinapasalamatan namin kayo sa hapon ito. Kaya po magkakila ka sa lahat ng panahon at lahat ng oras. Tunay po, Diyos, na kayo po Diyos na mapagmahal. Kaya Panginoon, hindi po enough ang mga salita namin gagamitin kung paano namin kayo pasalamatan sa mga oras na ito sa kabutihan niyo sa amin. Hindi po enough ang mga salita, Lord, namin gagamitin kung paano namin kayo sa larawan. Hindi po enough ang mga salita na mag-describe ka sa inyo kung paano kayo mapapahal. Dahil alam namin, Lord, kahit na magkakasala kami, Lord, binigyan niyo kami ng pagkatawad na magkabalik sa inyo. Kaya salamat Panginoon. Salamat sa mga oras na ito. Na niloob niyo Panginoon na magkarating kami dito upang paglilingkuran kayo. Aabitin kayo, luluwalhatiin namin kayo Panginoon sa pamagitan ng mga awit. At sayaan niyo Panginoon, sasambahin namin kayo sa buong paghapon ito, Diyos. Sa lahat ng gagawin namin, Panginoon, iaalay namin ang lahat ng ito sa iyo. Humingi na kami ng kapatawaran, Panginoon, sa lahat ng mga pagkakamali namin, pagkukulang namin, O Diyos. Patawarin niyo kami, Panginoon, kung maging karapat-dapat kami nalalapit sa iyo. Pagpalain niyo po, Panginoon, ang kapatiran namin, ipapunta pa lamang dito. Kahit na, Panginoon, ang messenger niyo sa hapon na ito, natin niyo po siya, Panginoon, na magkarating silang sa sa amin. Gamitin niyo po mightily, Panginoon, ang bawat isa. Ang lahat magtatayo dito sa harapan ng Diyos, pagpalain niyo po sila, Panginoon. Ang bawat isa sa amin, maintindihan yung mensahe, Diyos, tulungan niyo kami dahil namin maintindihan ito. Salamat po, Diyos, mga nahanda niyong pagpapala sa bawat isa sa amin sa hapon ito. Hayaan niyo, naluwalhatiin namin kayo at sasamahin namin kayo sa hapon ito. Ito po ang dalangin ulit sa iyo sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen and Amen.
Good afternoon po sa lahat. Let us all say, God is good and all the time. So this afternoon po is an afternoon of declarations and praises. So una-una we will declare that God is here. Amen? And we will declare that through Him nothing is impossible. Amen? So I am inviting everyone to sing with me, to magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt His name together. Let us join the heaven now as we sing praise and worship in our Lord. Okay, amen? So let us raise our hands and bless the Lord. It says in Psalms 134 verse 2 to raise our hands and bless the Lord. Let me try that now, church. Raise our hands toward heaven and praise our Lord. Jesus, we Di po ba, church, that we feel that God abandoned us and has forsaken us. Even David felt abandoned by God, yet he did not and would not turn away from God. Instead, he sought God more intensely and his faith paid off. So let us all be like David. Our God is never away from us. He is never absent in our lives. He knows everything that is happening to us. He himself said in Hebrews 13:5, I will never leave you nor forsake you. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. He is always close to us. Amen.
Himself to count it know na all praise is due sa iyo, Panginoon. May your name be blessed, O Lord God. Salamat, Lord God, sa presence niyo ngayon sa aming kalangitan, Panginoon. And we pray, Lord God, as we listen to your word, Panginoon, that you will open our ears, Lord God, that we will hear what you want to say to us, Panginoon, that you will open our hearts, Panginoon, kung ano yung gusto niyong ipaintindi sa amin, Panginoon. Truly, you are wonderful, you are amazing, glorious God, Jesus. You are truly wonderful, Panginoon, beautiful beyond description, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. Napakan po natin. Kaya ko po lahat.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Good afternoon!
Praise the Lord. So excited to share with you God's Word this afternoon. Pamanhin po at hindi ho ako